I'm going to do a repeated measures t-test, also known as a t-test for related samples. And what we see here, we're actually going to calculate it straight from the raw scores so that you understand what it is that the repeated measures t-test is calculated on. So down here, I've got my data. There are 6 participants. Each participant has a before treatment and an after treatment score. The first part that we're going to do, so we have 6 participants. We're first going to calculate those difference scores and the mean of the difference scores. So what I've done, taken the advanced preparation here, I've written out all my participants, their before and their after scores. Now, for question A, what it's asking is that we calculate the difference scores, and then we calculate the mean of the difference scores. So we're going to calculate the D scores, capital D, to differentiate it from Cohen's D. Whether we take before and subtract after, or we take after and subtract before, doesn't really matter so long as we're consistent. Usually we take the after score and we subtract the before, and so that's what we're going to do. But the key is to be consistent. If you're taking after minus before for participant A, you need to do that for all of your participants. So calculating the difference scores, I'm going to take after, subtract before, that is 1. So 8 subtract 7 is 1. 9 subtract 2 is 7. 6 subtract 4 is 2. 7 subtract 5 is 2. 6 subtract 5 is 1. 8 subtract 3 is 5. In this case, all of the difference scores are positive. That doesn't always happen. Now, when we do this repeated measures t-test, everything is going to be done using these difference scores. So what we're going to do, I'm going to erase some of this stuff just so that I have some space. I need to calculate the mean of the difference scores. So I'm going to take the sum of X, or the sum of the D scores in this case, divide by the number of scores I have. So on the top, I have 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5. And on the bottom, I have 6 scores. That's how many scores I'm adding up, so that's what goes on top. I've got 18 divided by 6, and 18 divided by 6 is 3. All right, so I'm going to pause here, and then when we come back, I will calculate with you the sum of squares, the standard deviation, the variance, those pieces.